Sorry about that. That was my kids. They keep bothering me. Oh my gosh. I'm trying so hard to get this done. It's late. It's late at night. Anyways, so here we go. So we should understand who is able to donate to who. So if you're type A, can you donate to type AB? Yes. Because if you're type AB, you recognize both the triangle and the circle. So you recognize the circle in type B. You recognize the triangle in type A. So guess what? Type A and B can donate to type AB. But can type AB donate to type A? Can AB donate to type A? Well, no. That's because if you're type AB and you donate to type A, the A will recognize the A antigen, like the triangles, but the A will not recognize the circle antigen. And so you cannot, AB cannot donate to A. Cannot. Okay? Can type AB donate to type B? No. AB cannot donate to B. And that's because type B will recognize the circle antigen on AB, but will not recognize the triangle, right? But if you're type O, can you donate to everybody? Well, let's take a look, okay? Let's take a look at type O. Type O has no markers, okay? And so that means because it has no antigens, it's totally safe. It means that if you have type O blood, you can donate to this, and to this. You can donate to all three because you have no markers, right? Type B will accept, type A will accept, and type AB will accept type O blood. But can type B donate to type O? Well, no, because type O won't recognize the antigens on type B blood, right? Can type A donate to type O? No, because type O doesn't recognize those antigens, okay? Can type AB donate to type O? No. Again, because type O doesn't recognize either the circle or the triangle antigens on type AB. Okay, so now if you are type A or type B, right, well, which we're going to take a look at, again, you make different types of antibodies. Okay, so just to recap, right, what an antibody is from the immunity lesson that you just did. An antibody is produced by your B cells, right? And these B cells produce antibodies. And so, like, you should remember, like, if you have a bacteria, right? So here is a bacteria. And the bacteria has these, like, antigens on it. There's the bacteria. That the antibody will bind to the bacteria and will basically immobilize it and make it the bacteria not able to move, and so therefore the macrophage can eat the bacteria, right? And the bacteria is then eliminated, right? So an antibody binds to an antigen. Okay, so that's from the immunity lesson. Now, if you have type A blood, okay, so let's take a look at that type A blood again. Okay, so here we go. So here's your type A blood. And you know that there's these A markers on it. Well, if you have type A blood, you produce type B antibody. Okay, so what does that mean? That means if somebody with type B blood, if you have type B blood and you try to give your blood to type A, type A blood has type B antibodies. And these type B antibodies will bind to type B and immobilize type B and will cause type B to clot in your blood vessels. And this could be like life-threatening, because all this clumping of all this blood can block blood flow. So now your cells are not getting any oxygen and then they die. Okay, so if you're type A, you have type B antibody. Why do you have type B antibody? Because if type B donates to type A, Type A, because it has this B antibody, those B antibodies will bind to type B and immobilize it. Okay, so if you are, let's just do the opposite, okay? If you are type, all right, let's just do the opposite. If you are type B blood, okay, so, I don't like these lines when they're here. Oh my gosh, get rid of everything. How do you get rid of them? There we go. So now if you have type B blood, okay, imagine this is type B blood. Can you predict what kind of antibodies you're going to have, right? So you already know that type A has B antibody. So that means type B must have A antibody. So that just means if any A donates to type B, right, their A antibodies will attack type A blood, like that. Okay? And so that means if you're type AB or type O, can you guys tell me what kind of antibodies they'll contain? Well, type AB will have no antibodies. Why will type AB have no antibodies? Because it accepts A and B. Doesn't attack either one of them. Okay? It has both B and A antibodies in them. Antigens, sorry. So both B and A antigens. So it doesn't attack anybody. But type O has both A and B antibodies. So that means if anybody with type A tries to donate to type O, their A antibodies will attack the type A. If anybody with type B tries to donate to type O, their B antibodies will attack the B, type B blood. And that's how that works. Now, there is another factor called the Rh factor that's found on your blood cells, okay? So we're going to take a look at the Rh factor now, because we talked about the A-B-O blood grouping right now. And so we're going to talk about Rh factor very quickly here, okay? So you know that, okay, we talked about red blood cells. So this is type A. Okay, so here you are, type A. Let's say you're type A positive. If you're type A positive, that just means you have another antigen. You have two antigens. You have the antigen called the Rh factor, which I drew in green, and you have the A antigen. So this positive sign means you have the Rh factor. So like if you were A negative, this would be A negative. A negative would mean you don't have the Rh factor. You have only A, but you're missing that green Rh factor, right? The same thing goes for, oh, I'd only known this before. Like you could be AB positive, and if you were AB positive like this with type A and B antigens, well, if you're type AB positive, then guess what? You also have the Rh factor. You actually have three antigens. You have the Rh antigen, because positive means you are Rh positive, you have the A antigen and the B antigen, right? So this is AB positive. And if you were AB negative, that means you don't have the Rh factor, right? So that means if you're type A positive, well, you also have type B antibodies. And if you're A negative, okay, so can type A positive donate to A negative? What do you think? Well, if you're A positive, the A antigen and the A antigen, they recognize each other, so that's okay. But would the Rh factor be recognized here? No. Okay, so you cannot donate. If you're A positive, you cannot donate to A negative. But if you're A negative, can you donate to A positive? You can, because the A recognizes the A on both, right? So A negative can donate to A positive, but A positive cannot donate to A negative. And that's how that works, right? So if you're A negative, you have B antibodies, and you also have Rh antibodies. And if you have B antibodies, so like imagine, okay, let's just do this one right here. Imagine you have Okay. This is type AB. Okay. We'll make type AB negative. Donate to. Can this happen? B positive. B negative, sorry. Can AB negative donate to B negative? No. Cannot, because the B negative has A antibodies. So the B negative would attack the A antibody, right? And so if you had an RH and it was B positive, and you had the RH factor, right, then you couldn't donate either this way. If this was B positive, could you donate to AB negative? No, because the AB negative would only recognize the B, but it wouldn't recognize the RH factor. So if you're AB negative, you have the RH antibody. Okay, anyways, I hope that helps a little bit, and hopefully you understand this RH factor, which is just another antigen on top of the A and the B antigen, and that if you are A negative, you would have a B antibody and you would have an RH antibody. So that means you would attack anybody with B blood and anybody who had carried the RH antibody as well, okay? Or RH, like you would attack anybody who carried the RH antigen as well. All right, anyways, I hope that helped, and I'm done, and you guys have a great day.